Hello, Internet, and welcome to another cleaning time lapse. Of course, I'm starting with picking up all of the dog toys and throwing them in a toy box. This offends the pugs as they have intentionally left the toys exactly where they wanted, and how dare I move them? Rude mother. The dogs can still walk around with me when I'm sweeping, but Bear got bored and left. Penny is still diligently following me from the couches. She needs to supervise for quality assurance purposes. Life without Penny's approval is simply not worth living. Then I move the pillows off the couches. And escort the Penny out of the room. And please tell me what you think about this chair in the middle. I hate it. The colors tie both couches together, but dear God, the pattern is so ugly. However, I'm apparently the only one that seems to think that. Everyone else that I have lived with loves this chair. I would have been perfectly content leaving it in the trash, but everyone else seems to think I'm crazy for that. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me or think I'm just psycho. Coins! Life with pugs means that you have to vacuum and sweep constantly, lest your house become one giant hairball. They're goofy little snuggle monsters, but have a thick double coat that was all the rage in ancient China, but causes them to shed so much. The double coat also helps accentuate their rolls. Fun fact, pugs were bred so that the wrinkles on their heads form a similar shape to the Chinese word for prince. I'll say that's the reason why Bear and Penny think they should be spoiled constantly. The red couch is more difficult to vacuum because it has grooves in the fabric that trap hair a little more. So that also results in a lot of fighting with this tiny rolly thing attachment because it has a claw on it. I 100% understand why one would like the claw attachment for carpet corners and whatnot, but it only likes to pick up if you're going along the grooves. So it's just a bit of a hassle for our couches. Also, today's vintage fashion is faux victory rolls in a bun, so 40s, a 1928 locket, a dress from the 1980s that is convinced that the internet needs to see my side boob, a modern bralette in attempts to mitigate the side boob, only resulting in massive side bra, and hobo shoes. I look like I crawled straight out of a Goodwill. Feel free to tell me in the comments just how badly I'm mismatching decades and what is up with the 80s apparent obsession with side boob. Is it just expecting my boobs to be bigger? I understand that with 1950s dresses because they expect you to have space shuttle tits, but this is a sundress from a post-bra burning decade. And didn't people quit trans fats and start jazzercise in the 80s? If you lived it, please explain it to me. Otherwise, in honor of the 80s, please listen to some Synth Pop compliments of the YouTube audio library. Now, complaining about the claw attachment, part 2, the suede edition. I'm having to be super gentle with the claw on this couch because it's suede and needs to be handled a little bit more delicately. Hey Ed, why do you have a suede couch if you're a vegan? Well, that's a great question, vegan police. First of all, I've had it since before I was vegan and don't see anything wrong with that. Second, I stole it. It's okay though, I had permission to steal it. Story time. My apartment was undergoing a management change and remodeling the office to match the style of the new company. So they were throwing out this couch and the chair that I hate. So me and my roommate at the time asked if they were just going to trash it, could we take it to our place instead and save them the trip to the dump? They actually loaded everything into a truck and took it 2 blocks down to our place for us. And that's how we got all of that apartment's living room furniture completely free. TLDR, I'm vegan but have a suede couch because the goal is to reduce waste, not because leather grosses me out, and the couch was waste reduction. Putting all the pillows back to try to balance out the colors a little better, but I put way too much beige on the red sofa and not enough brown. The next task is to grab the laundry and free the pugs. I had to move their mat earlier to sweep around it, so that's the giant blue pillow that I throw randomly across the floor. As always, sheets, socks, and work shirts. This fitted sheet likes to eat the dryer balls, so I'm going to lie and say that half of this struggle was fishing the dryer balls out of the sheet's folds. The other half was, indeed, me failing to fold the fitted sheet in the first attempt. In my defense, king-sized sheets are just too big to maintain good control over. I miss having a queen, but if we went back to having a queen, significant other would have to go back to sleeping diagonally. I would rather suffer on laundry day than suffer through human contact during the hot, humid Arkansas summers. I would also like to apologize for this lovely backlighting. I promise there is a huge window right in front of me. It's just not a window that gets any sunlight. If ere we move, we have a mental note to assess the window lighting for houseplants before making a decision. We are considering a UV light for houseplants, but significant other would want one big enough to supply enough UVs for a dwarf orange tree, but we also don't want our neighbors to think we have a grow op. I fold significant other's laundry while he plays Jigoku online. If you're wondering where the balance in our relationship is, it's because he has a stable income. And of course, just after cleaning the couch, Bear decides to throw up on it. It's okay though, here comes significant other to clean it up while I work. Soon after, my camera is about to die. It's okay, there will be a clumsy transition into ironing. Wow, that was awkward. The only shirts that I actually iron are my server shirts. Remember kids, wrinkle resistant also means iron resistant. So I soaked these in highly concentrated starch spray and let them dry while the iron heated up. You always want to iron inside out. With dark colors, it's to prevent fading. But with white or light colors, it's to prevent any color transfer from previously ironed clothes that may still be on the iron from staining the shirt. With thinner shirts, you would still maybe be able to see a dark stain on the inside fabric, but I'm starting with my thicker shirt. I have multiple server shirts, and I like to iron as many as I can in one batch and hang them for later use. It helps for those panicked rushes of being called in at 11 p.m. for a brunch shift that you only thought you had freedom from. I'm not ironing all the way down the sleeves because I'm going to roll the cuff up. I roll it twice and make sure it's tucked neatly and evenly, then I iron down the crease to keep it all in shape. I have to iron either side of the cuff because of the thick layers, making it difficult for the heat to penetrate through to the other side. Cuffing is a purely optional step, but I have chronic pain that sometimes is mitigated by wearing a wrist brace. So I had to fight for the ability to wear rolled sleeves so that I wouldn't have to button and unbutton the sleeves every time I needed to get the brace off to wash my hands. And that is every time I need to wash my hands. In case it wasn't obvious, in jobs where you handle people's food, you have to wash your hands a lot. I'm about to finish up the second shirt to conclude this video, so please express any questions, comments, or concerns in the comments sections. And like always, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Why are you orange?